Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today we're in the basement of the Handyman Special House, and I'm just going to talk to you quickly about plumbing. There's a lot of plumbing issues here, and they're pretty crazy, so I'm just going to walk you through some of them. Alright, so let's talk about some of the plumbing here. You can see it's a giant rat's nest. So we've got a couple of shut-off valves here, and that goes in by the laundry room and by the laundry room sink and the toilet. And then so those shut-offs shut that off. And there's another pair of shut-offs that shut off this line, and this line goes all the way out. You can see way over in the corner. That goes outside and into my workshop. There's a rough end for a bathroom there, which is cool. But if you shut off that shut-off for the outside, you shut off the plumbing for the laundry room. So you can't shut off those outside taps. Then over here, there's another set of shut-offs. And once again, that goes up into the laundry room. So all the shut-offs that we have are for one area, which is ridiculous. So next up, we have a water softener that's wedged in here in a terrible location, but that was before the furnace was here. So the drain for it runs down here, runs along, then there's a P-trap so it doesn't stink. Then it runs, that runs the wrong way. There's a Y that runs into where the sink is. And so when the sink, so the water flow here goes this way into the Y, and then it's got to come around this 2x4 and then down the main stack there. So that's wrong. So we have another plumbing outlet up here that comes down. There's a P-trap there, comes along here. There's another Y that they've closed, and then that runs in between the 2x4s into the stack. So that one looks all right. That's for the laundry. That one there is for the laundry. But anyway, it's just a mess. So I'm gonna move the copper here. Oh, here's something else. So here's a couple of self-piercing valves. So this one here, this one goes to the fridge. That's normal, that's fine. This other one here, see that braided cable? That braided cable goes round, around, around, goes all the way up. And that's where the kitchen sink is. So why didn't they just take that off of the kitchen sink? Who knows? Here's another one. So this plumbing, it's hard for you to see, I know, but like there's elbows everywhere and there's lines running everywhere. And I can get rid of half of those lines. So they come down around here. You see this wonderful soldering job? Isn't that fantastic? Now, it runs out here. This is a rim joist on the outside of the house, which isn't insulated properly. So instead of running it up in this area to the kitchen sink with the other one, they ran it along the outside wall, which it could freeze, and then up in behind, and then back up under the cabinet to the kitchen sink, which is ridiculous. So anyway, this is what I'm faced with, this whole rat's nest back here. And I'm gonna have a friend come over and help me out on Saturday. He's was an apprentice plumber, so he's a good guy. He really knows what he's doing, which is helpful, and we should be able to clean up all these copper lines, get rid of all of them, change it over to PEX, rerun the water where it should be, and clean up some of the drain pipe as well. So anyway, there's lots to do. It's probably going to be a full day's work, but it's going to be well worth the time. Alright, so this is under my kitchen sink, and at first glance it doesn't look horrible, but you can see they're on quite an angle here. So because this is on an angle, see, this comes straight down and then this curves a bit. And because of that, we can't get a positive seal on that joint. And on this joint, you could see all the dirt and sludge and everything on it. So that's not got a positive seal either. I've already added a spacer on this because it was way down at the bottom. So that bought me a little bit of time. But the pipes have so much pressure on them and they're on such an angle that there's nothing you can do. So after I fixed it and got a new coupler and bushing or washer inside, that's dead now. So that leaks now. So anyway, I've just got to replace this whole mess. So I'm going to do that also this weekend. Oh, and the braided copper, or sorry, the braided steel line that comes up for this water filtration system. And I'm sure that they haven't changed that in years. So we don't use that. We actually have a Brita in the fridge. Then that's the water filtration tap, and that drips constantly, drip, drip, drip. And then this one over here, it's really loose. There's nothing really left that you can tighten up on it, so I've got to replace that. So I'm going to replace under the sink, I'm going to replace the sink, and replace the faucet, and then I'm going to eliminate this altogether. So here in the living room I have my new faucet, and this one is it's not really a stainless steel, it's kind of a brushed nickel look. So I got the same look for the sink. So I got a new sink here, and I'm going to install that. So here on the outside of the house, the outside taps, they look alright, except for there's no shutoffs on the inside. So these have to remain on all winter long. Alright, so one more thing I got to show you here. See that right there? That is the outside tap. And you see how it's all bulged? That's where it's just about to explode and split. So water sat in that through the winter, it froze, and that's how you end up with leaks. Now right beside this 2x4 that's separating this, I have this thing here, and lo and behold, what's there? The electrical panel, which also could use a little bit of work. But back in here, that's where that hose is, right by the electrical panel. Alright, so we've taken a lot of the extra piping away. Up here there was quite a bit extra pipe. And so the white PEX is what we've run. And we've just kind of run it kind of quickly. We didn't do a super neat job with it. But it's much nicer than it was before. And then it runs down over here to the shutoffs, which are over there, which we've added in, which you can't really see from here. And so the rest of the copper that you see here will be addressed when we do more renovations. So right now we've just kind of fixed the plumbing for the kitchen and eliminated some of the crap. Down here we eliminated one run of ABS pipe that went over here, and then we just took out the one pipe from that wall, and we have the water softener running into the remainder of that, which comes down to here. So just eliminates a lot of the garbage. As you can see here, there's a lot of stray wire, a lot of electrical cables that have to be addressed, and we'll get to that. And we'll move the water softener because it's really difficult to get to there, and their joints leak. You can kind of see how they're green, and there's like water drip marks on the water softener. So anyway, yeah, that's the final of that. I'll show you upstairs. Alright, so we replaced the sink and the faucet. This is the finished product. And under the sink, we have our PEX lines that come up with shutoffs, and we have an extra shutoff. That is the outside hose bib, and that's a frost-free hose bib, but we can still shut it off. because we don't always use it in the winter. And notice that it's on an angle downwards so that the water doesn't sit in it and freeze, because that's what makes it frost free. Then we updated under here as well the ABS pipes. Notice how neat and clean they are and no leaks. And then I also put in a new dishwasher because our old one was terrible. Anyway, so that's it for the current kitchen upgrades.